Hey all, and welcome to episode 16 of Sister Love Squadcast. This episode we've been talking about to do for a while, I think even from the beginning of the show. It's going to be all about music videos.
And our analysis of them. So how this is going to work is we will tell you what video we're watching. We are going to actually pause the recording and go watch it. But at that time, we would like you to pause the podcast and go look in the description box, click the link and watch the video yourself. If you'd like to drop a comment about what you thought of the video, then feel free to do that because we will give our analysis of the video after we watch it.
Oh, I'm first, aren't I? Okay.
Off to a great start.
Yeah. All right. Let me think of my list quick. The first one we're going to watch is one I really love, and I'm not sure if anybody else does in the room.
No analysis beforehand, just the title.
Take on Me. Take on Me by Aha. That's
All
the
right,
first one we're going to watch.
Take on Me by Aha.
All right. I should probably go last because I have my opinions on it. So what did you all...
No, it was your video. So why do
Okay.
you like it or don't like it or whatever?
Okay, why do I like it? Well, okay, I'm just going to say it out there. Morton Harkett is really cute.
You're not supposed to base your liking of a music video off of that.
No, it's also nostalgia because the first time I saw it was during 2018, and my cousin and uncle had come to visit, and I was home alone with Madison, and she told me about this song "Take on Me," and she's like, "It's an older song," and I'm like, "Okay, I've never heard it." And she's like, "You gotta watch this," and she showed me that music video. So it has nostalgia with it. It reminds me of Madison and a really warm memory from when I was like 12.
So what do you think of the way the video was done and what does the story tell you?
I honestly really like how they did it. The only thing I could say is when it's in the comic book, it flashes a lot, so it's hard to see what's going on. That's my only critique of it. One thing I didn't notice before is when she goes in, she's all colorful. And when she comes out, she's in more of white and black like the comic strip. And she has smudges, like ink smudges on her face.
Her clothes changed?
Yeah, her clothes
Oh,
changed.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. And like, like when you're holding a newspaper
Yeah,
and you
I
get
noticed
ink
that.
on. Yeah. And then the end is really sweet and cute. So yeah, that's my
Why?
I
Okay,
think it's
I
a
do have a
cool-
question. Maybe you can't answer it. Why is he beating himself up against the walls?
it's like he's coming out. He's a comic strip character, and so he's not used to being in the real world, and he's already beat up by these guys. So it's like
Oh, that's not what I got. I got that he died in the comic.
Oh,
But because they made that connection, when he died, he came into the real world.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of up to interpretation.
Because she starts crying when she sees the picture of him laying there. But one thing that I noticed watching it now again is it gets flashier, like where it's harder to focus on, after the waitress crumples up the comic book.
Yeah.
It's like it mixed up the story and made it scratchier. And side note, was it just me, or does the girl in that look like she could be related to Robert Walker Jr.?
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, I
Like,
can
I
see
wonder
that.
if
Mix
she
of
is.
Robert Walker Jr. and Baby
Jennifer Grey?
to me. Yeah.
She
I
kind of
don't
has
see
that,
Jennifer
like,
Grey.
I guess, vibe about her. Kind of Jennifer Grey vibe.
Yeah. I'll say, it's inventive, would be my opinion. It is different. Even if you don't like it, it does make you remember it.
And I feel like it's set up more like an 80s movie versus other music videos, like an actual movie.
I guess.
Here's my problem with it.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of one to talk on this, but I think they had a really good idea. The execution kind of confused me. This is the first time I've sat down and watched it from beginning to end. One thing, the flashy was making me dizzy. So because the lines weren't colorful, I get it's a comic book, but I didn't understand what was happening in the comic book.
There's no
'Kay.
reason why they couldn't have done the comic book in color.
That's what I could, except to distinguish her being in the real world to
Right.
that world. But I don't think they needed to make it a stop motion thing. I think they could have just made it cartoon,
Yeah.
moving, without flipping of pages.
I think that would have been better. Yeah.
I don't agree. I mean, if they're going to do, it's obviously you have to flip the pages because that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
like a cart. My opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I well, I'm not big on the song anyhow. I don't know if it's the tone of it or what it is. But, and I'm not saying it wasn't clever,
Right. Right.
And the work showed up as talented, what they did.
but it made no sense to me whatsoever.
That was me too, actually.
It's like, okay, she's looking at this when he sees her and grabs her. Now, I don't know about you, but would you take that hand? I don't think so. But, that aside, I get it. I don't know. I thought it was not, I don't know. I didn't think it was really well thought out that much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To convey a story,
Yeah.
I would agree. The one thing that I would say kudos to is how well they did the drawn to the actual video. And I'm not sure exactly how they did that, if they paired it, because they had to have paired it with somebody's actual drawings. Like when he was peeking from the window where you could see him as a real person and then around as a drawing, it was seamless.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. All that was clever. But I don't know.
I almost felt like watching it. I don't know if this is the same thing you're getting, but I know what I was getting is like they're trying to tell a whole story in the comic book, almost like it's a movie, and then all of a sudden, oh, the song's almost over. We have to finish it. So then I got confused.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got.
The only thing, like I said, the flashing did kind of, bother me, I guess, but I can deal with that. The only thing is, I wish they would have stayed on the camera, him real, a little longer in the music video.
In the music video, yeah.
Yeah. Because it kept flashing back and forth to the different band members. You missed Morton Harkett, who's the main singer.
It was harder to tell who was the difference when they went to the drawings between the main singer and the band.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. I felt like it was not cohesive. Like it would go from this place to this place, and I didn't really know where my eye needed to go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I can
the
see that.
flashing was the only problem I had, but I still love the music video.
I have an idea of what could have maybe even made it better because I think what lost me, okay, I can get the idea that bad guys are chasing him in the comic book. I can get the idea that she went in, she came out because he ripped that part and she came out of the trash because it was crumpled
he ripped
up,
the page
Yeah,
and
yeah.
open. The part they could have done better, instead of having it weird where he like blinked and was in the hallway, that's what threw me. I'm like, how did that happen? It's kind of weird. I think she should have ran with the comic book paper, okay, and ran into him in person all of a sudden and
Or-
just been like, you know what I mean? Almost kind of a thing like, wait a minute, you're actually real. How did he end up outside of it? And instead of trying to explain it, like an element of surprise.
Well, or
I
what
think-
she could have done, it could have been exactly what he did to her. She reached her hand in the picture and pulled him out.
That could
No,
have been.
I think
like
what
right
should-
before the bad guys would have killed him or whatever they did, pulls them.
I think what should have happened was like Xena said, but she's running with the comic thing. She runs into him in the street, and she's looking at one of the pages of the comic, and he's not in the comic.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
And she looks up and all of a sudden it's him.
Yeah, every picture of him's gone. Yeah.
One thing I haven't noticed before, because like on the phone the suggested will pop up too soon.
Yeah.
At the end they threw down a magazine that said "Aha," like that was the comic book. Like you know how magazines are kind
yeah,
of comics.
the comic book was.
It was an Aha magazine,
Yeah.
and yeah, like that was the comic. That was cool.
It was an interesting one. I think this is only the first video we've watched, but it's important how a music video ends to determine it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, I like it to be more. This just looked like it was thrown together to me, and what's
It's pretty chaotic.
it's chaotic, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't clever and all this other stuff. I'm not big on the song, like I said, which probably that's just my opinion.
It does matter.
That was my only other thing is I don't know the words because I can't really distinguish what he's saying, so it didn't tell a story to me.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm more of that.
But I know this is a very popular music video, so we're not,
And song. And
it's
song.
it's all up to interpretation
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the listener.
I'll be in the minority.
Me too.
All right. Next up, Mandy, did you have a pick for us?
I do. And it is Straight Up by Paula Abdul.
Okay, I think I like this because it's nostalgia too. Every time this comes on in the car, it just brings me back to when it started.
But that's the song,
Right.
not the video.
Now the video, I don't remember it as I used to.
You're coming at it from a mom perspective.
I
rather
think
than a
so.
teen perspective.
Yeah. Because I mean, I like the beat, I like all the music, but to watch the video, it's like
Well, I will say dancing was a big thing for Paula Abdul. So it's definitely a dance video.
I do got to ask something. Is that Arsenio Hall in this video? Are you sure?
No.
He looks like him.
Well, according to IMDb, Elijah Wood is in this video, and there's no way that he is.
Yeah.
I think, well, as far as videos go, it was easier for me to watch than the previous one because, well, first of all, the song, and she's known for dancing, and I did get the idea of that she was singing to this person.
It conveyed the right emotion.
Right.
The fact that it was all in black and white, I feel like we even did that.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
like that.
I mean, I think it was a good video, and it wasn't hard for me to watch. In fact, it drew me in. The dancing drew me in more.
Yes.
So, yeah,
I
I
feel like
liked it.
It's true.
I did remember watching it before. I thought that was farther away than right up at you. She was farther away, and there was more around her. But
Yeah, I thought there were more dancers around her.
yeah,
Apparently not.
no.
But there could have been several versions too. Sometimes even on MTV and stuff, they might have showed a live performance version of a music video, technically. Because
Possibly.
they do have those where it's more of a live performance version.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I like the song. I think it's clever, and I always liked the song.
It has that rap feel to the video,
Right.
definitely, which fits it.
Yeah, and the guys, in it, or the man. I don't know if there was more than one.
I think there were several.
Yeah, they all looked like they were just not quite there with her.
Right.
Yeah, the way they filmed that, I thought that was cool because you were trying to get a glimpse of their face.
Right.
And whenever you almost did, it's like they turned their head or the camera switched. So
Right.
it conveyed the exact
Am
right
I
Yeah.
caught in a
she's
hit and
talking
run?
about.
Yeah, it's like
Ver-
Paula, move on,
Yeah,
move on,
very,
Paula.
very non-committal
Yeah,
with how they filmed the guys.
right.
You know what I found about it, and I kind of get what you're saying about watching it again. We're also watching it on the TV. I have seen it on the phone. I obviously didn't see it when it first came out on MTV. Now I'm seeing it on the TV. Yeah, her moves were a little bit more out there than I thought they were, but she does a really good job. What I thought got from it, you guys interpreting it that way really opened me up to it because I was thinking, there isn't much storyline here, but now that you say that, it gets me
Yeah.
seeing it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And that's what's funny about music videos is you watch it and everybody can see it a little differently. What I did notice about it is the synchronization to the beat in the song.
Yes.
Every move, every flash of the film, it's almost like, when you have those screens that give you different designs based off the beat and rhythm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's almost what it was with people.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm expecting that out of you guys.
Oh my
With our
word.
music videos? Or you mean the dancing?
The
Yeah.
dancing.
I wish. I mean, I will try
I
to
want
learn
to say
that.
something that this song, and whenever we perform it, I always am fully confident that I look like Paula Abdul, and I know I do not.
There's a reason, Zena, why we give you the mic and then the
I
three of us
know,
do the
I
dance
know.
moves.
But it's a song that gives you confidence. It's got that beat,
Yeah.
and it makes anybody feel like they can dance. I feel
Yes.
like,
Yes.
yeah,
I
that was
can
a good
see why It
pick.
was a major hit.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Shelly?
I mean everything that I have felt has pretty much been said. I think it's a good music video, kind of, typical music video. Yeah, I like it.
And I'll just say, I think Paula Abdul is so pretty.
Yeah, she
and
is.
if you look at her now,
Yeah.
even she's like still so pretty.
She's only this big.
I know. I
She's
just
like
saw.
4'11" or something.
I just had a reel come through my Facebook feed of her. It was her and her daughter. They were out shopping and they did kind of like, remember that mannequin challenge that went through?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that, but they'd be like walking along and then they'd show a mannequin and then they'd like freeze and do the exact same pose as the mannequin. It was kind of cool.
fun.
I would love to mimic that because
We should do
it
it.
was a neat concept.
We kind of have.
Mhm.
You remember?
Yeah, we did that
the
with the
mannequin
mannequin
challenge.
Yeah,
A long time ago.
years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal.
When Ethan was with us.
Yes.
Yeah, our cousin, Ethan even did it.
Mhm.
Yeah. We should do that again. I don't remember what song she used, but it was a good one. All right. Well, I guess I am up. And I'm trying to decide off my list here. I picked way too many music videos, just to let you know.
Me
so
too.
I'm probably not going to get to all of them. I'm debating. Okay, I'm going to just preface this with I have not watched this video all the way through with the sound up. Okay? I've watched most of it.
Do you know the song?
Yes.
Okay. Like, it's not like something that you don't know the words to it.
No, we performed this song.
Okay.
Oh,
It is Stuck With You by Huey Lewis and the News. All right. I want to hear what everybody else thought first.
I loved it.
It was a fun Huey Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was very fun.
It was very much his personality.
Yep.
And it was fun to watch.
Yep. Yeah.
So, it had no deep meaning, which I kind of liked, but I loved the song,
Yeah.
for one thing, because, Papa always sang that to me.
I love that song. Like, the lyrics are so good.
Yeah, yeah. So, and his band was, it was reminiscent of the Monkees to me.
Yes, it really
Yeah,
was.
I could see that.
Yep. I love how, because he takes his music seriously. You can tell on the one hand the way he performs it,
Yes.
but he's got that sense of humor to spoof it
Yes.
with his music
Yes.
videos. And I think that was hilarious. I had never seen that.
I
And-
honestly like their interaction. The girl and him, their interaction
Yeah, the
was
acting
really
was actually
good.
pretty good as
Yeah.
far as the expressions and everything.
Yeah, even the fact you could see what they were saying when it was music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one part I loved the best was the first, because
Yes.
we've been in those situations.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
know?
the view of the camera is perfect. That's how people come up to you.
Being
Yes.
in your face.
Yes, the very first part. That's what caught me when I first saw it. And like I said, I had watched like the whole thing, just not with the sound up. I watched about halfway through. But when I first clicked on the music video, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been at gatherings like this. And it's like, and Huey's reaction was so true. It's like you just want to get out of there because these people are treating you like a thing.
You have to be kind to them, because how would I be?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blame them.
I think one of my favorite parts of the whole thing was when he said, "Do you want to come onto my yacht?" And it's this rowboat.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I'm
I
not
like the
surprised.
part where, they get in the water and then they're scared by the shark.
Uh-huh.
Well, in the end of the video, that is revealed that it's actually one of his band members with like a fin on his back.
That really impressed Elsie.
Yes, it
It
did.
did really impress
I
me.
thought it was a really fun video. I'd watched part of it with you,
Mhm.
but I don't think I watched the whole thing, and I think it was really fun. I don't quite get. Okay, were they setting up all that stuff on the island while they were there?
No, I think they thought they ended up on a desert island,
Uh-huh.
but it was actually like a resort island, like a destination. That's probably
Mm.
why the cruise ship was nearby.
Yeah, like on Full House,
Yeah.
when the island they're headed toward is a potato chip crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Full House fans will know what I'm talking about.
No, I thought that was they thought that they were just stuck there by themselves, and it actually was full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Huey Lewis music videos can be sometimes a little bit weird, but they're always lighthearted.
And you know what to expect.
Right. They'll make you laugh. They really
There's a
show
few
some
odd
spunk.
ones out there.
But you can't say that they're boring.
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's for sure. Shelly next.
Okay, I'm debating between two. I think I'm just gonna go with the one I wrote down first, and that's Say.
Oh yes, I've watched this video a bazillion times.
I love it. But I'm not gonna discuss it before we watch it. So let's watch
Say,
it.
Michael Jackson
And
and
Paul
Paul
McCartney.
McCartney.
I talk first, I guess. Okay. I know that the music video doesn't really have anything to do with the song, but I don't know how you would have a music video with the song with both of them, like the feeling, but it does like match some of the lyrics
Mm-hmm.
when he's looking at Latoya.
What can I do, girl, to get
Yeah.
through to you? Yeah.
That part matches the emotion, and then look at my face, these tears aren't drying,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and they have the makeup on.
yeah, the sad makeup.
Yeah, I just think it's a fun video. It doesn't really match the song, but it's kind of a story one, so I like it. And I mean, he's stinking adorable in it.
I think the song's energy matches the video.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter if the words, although some do,
Right,
match, you know.
right.
It's the song is about somebody being true, right? It's about
Yeah,
that
someone.
he's saying, I'm true to you. I'm not a huckster, you know, like these guys are being. there.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And
Yeah.
beneath it, maybe I'm analyzing it too deeply. Beneath it is a good golden heart, because they're giving all their money to
It's the
the
orphanage.
orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even though they're in, and it showed that the idea of the elixir, the people were thinking they got stronger.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So-
they're not technically
Yeah.
bad guys.
No,
Right.
They gave them hope
Yeah.
and made them get up and act like people instead of being depressed.
Yeah. So it was a good video because the energy of the song matched what they were doing.
You can
Yeah.
tell they had fun on the set of that one.
Yeah, I do like the video, and there was one part where I can tell that Michael, and correct me if I'm wrong, is almost trying not to laugh. Do you know what I'm talking
I don't
about?
know if he was expecting the
Yeah.
part
I don't
where
think he was.
Paul
When-
put the shaving cream on his face.
Yep.
Because he almost breaks character.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I thought was cool, and like I said, I've watched this video several times because my little sister is Shelly. But when they're in there and they're like have the shaving cream, if you notice Michael dance behind Paul, one of his hands is like covered in white shaving cream and it looks like a glove. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. I have to say, Latoya Jackson has amazing hair.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She has really cool hair.
It was cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's actually a note on it. Now I don't know the full story. Somehow she really wanted to be a part of it because she wanted to meet Paul McCartney.
Had nothing to do with working with her brother.
It had nothing to do with working with her brother. So I believe that the parents told
Joe and Catherine.
Joe and Catherine told Michael to get her in there.
So, yeah, if you don't know, the girl that Michael is in love with in the video, the character, she's played by Michael's real life sister, Latoya.
Yeah, I think it's a fun video. This is the second time that I've ever watched it, and I think they do a really good job on storytelling to the point where you get the entire picture the first time you watch it, but the more you watch it, the more little details you notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you notice things. Like the fact that it's Mac and Jax.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
the name
yeah.
they use is McCartney and Jackson.
Oh,
Mac
yeah, I
and
didn't
Jax.
catch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's fun, and I think you're right. The first time it did bother me that the words didn't seem to match, but I think you're right with the energy.
Yeah.
It drives it along.
It gives the right vibe.
Very
Yeah.
clever, Linda.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nope, that one I like. I enjoyed that one.
I like videos that are funny and tell a story too. And I think this next one is really clever. And it's,
You're not supposed to give a commentary before we watch.
oh, I'm sorry. But it's a little outdated in today's way of thinking, but it still rings true. Okay, I won't give any more.
No, just tell me what it is.
It is Why Haven't I Heard From You with Reba. As I was saying, it's really dated. I can understand that sitting by the phone and all the references of all that, you know, about why haven't I heard from you, because
Right.
you were limited.
Right.
So this video is really funny. 'Cause it-
Although I don't think it is that dated, because even though it's not telephone, a text can be the same way.
Right.
I
The
thought
only
the
thing
same
is-
thing that's
yeah.
funny.
the term like call collect is
Yeah.
what she's talking about.
Right.
Yeah. People wouldn't know, they say you can get one in your car, in your house. She's saying these places you get phones, which is not as common at the time
Right.
it came out. However, I was thinking that. I'm like, yeah, people wouldn't understand these references. But boy, there's still plenty of women that would understand the song.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It goes to show you that modern technology doesn't solve every problem.
No.
What really got me was when they said about the operator. She'd help you to
yeah.
get through. It's like, operator? There's operators?
If
I
this all
know.
confuses you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked the fact about the video where he asks her. She imagines, the romantic. He imagines the fishing, okay? And then she says yes. Then it cuts to her in the beauty parlor. So you think she's actually there until the end when it goes back to the restaurant scene and you realize that was just her imagining.
Well, that's what women do.
Yes.
Their mind goes way out there of all different things that happen. This poor guy, he might be legit. I mean, weren't you mad at him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just knew this guy was not safe.
Yep.
Yep.
He was going to go off into whatever land. Yeah,
It was hilarious. It was so well done, too.
right.
The dance was the costuming, the set. I mean, all of it.
So guys listening, I mean, you should watch the video and realize that this does happen in girls' heads.
Yes.
So it's not
Even
always
though-
easy being the girl.
Even though we have cell phones now.
Yep. Yep.
It is an uncontrollable phenomenon.
And
Our brains
unfortunately,
work a mile a minute.
there is no more operator if it all confuses them. You're
Nope.
on your own.
Yep. Yep. Now
I
you
don't
just
know,
have
I
to type in a name, which is even easier.
I kind of liked the part where the mariachi band was imagining too.
Imagining themselves.
Yeah, that's fun.
Let's
Yeah.
all get away.
And Reba's deliverance of it and her looks and stuff through what she's saying is just so hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
She's so fun. You gotta love Reba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. That's what I like is that technically before you watch the video, it's a very serious topic.
Yep.
It's something that, often can hurt, but she brings that humor into it in the video and it's just great.
And
that was
all
a really
her
great
background
pick.
singers are mad at him too.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
They don't even know each other.
I know.
The
I
whole
know.
salon's mad.
They have never even met him.
But all the women know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Definitely happens within the squad, doesn't it?
Yep.
Better watch it. Yeah. No, that is one of the greatest music videos, I think.
The one difference that I don't know if it's worse or better now, I feel like it's almost worse, is it's like instead of waiting by a phone, now you have that phone that you can bring with you.
Mm.
And so it's constantly on your mind. Like when you had to wait by the phone, yeah, you could wait there and wait for it to ring and wait for him to call. But you had to consciously make a decision, you know what? I'm not going to care and I'm going to get up and live my life.
And you can walk away from it.
Right. You walk away from it. You're physically making that choice. Now, I'll just stick it in my purse. I'll just stick it in my pocket.
And
He'll
check it
text
every 5
eventually.
minutes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. But with this the little device, you can actually occupy your mind with something else. With just that big black phone sitting there, and
Yep.
you think, okay, it's gonna ring, and it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard thing.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you do go out, your mind is still back at that phone.
That it could be ringing.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you-
suppose
and you
so.
missed the call because that was back in the day. They didn't even have call waiting. Now she's
Right.
talking about call waiting, and not just call waiting. What's it?
Collect.
No, where you have
Call forward, she
forward.
said.
Well, and have a recorder.
Uh-huh, voicemail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was nothing.
Right.
So yeah, you had to.
Except
there's a
your
song
siblings
by,
to take a message.
There's a song by Vicky Carr
Mm-hmm.
that talks about waiting for someone to call,
Yes.
and it's just so
It
sad.
must
Yeah,
be
what
him.
is it? It must be him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her deliverance is really well. We should talk about that one time.
Yeah.
But,
But this one was funny,
Yes.
and she wasn't even. I felt bad for the guy.
I know.
as a woman, all those scenarios do go through your head.
Right,
Yep.
right.
It's true.
And it seems so legit in our minds. Sometimes we might get mad at you.
Yep. This is why women can have dreams that the guy was rotten to them and then they're mad at him, you know?
Like Tim Hawkins talks about.
yes.
Yep. Alrighty. So my first one is Daddy's Home by Cliff Richard.
All right.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite music videos, and it has been since the first time I watched it. And it actually just came through my YouTube, and I was listening to the song because I hadn't heard him sing it, and then the video caught my attention. And I kind of want to hear everybody's opinion on it because I know there's differing opinions, and then I'll give kind of, it's been a debate, I know that, my thoughts on it and why it impacted me the first time I watched it.
All right, so I actually like it. I can stretch my brain around it to figure out a storyline and kind of, the only thing, and I know you've talked about this before, the only thing I think they failed on is the daughter and the wife. Not even so much in their acting, although, like, the daughter won't make eye contact with him, which is weird, I think.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's, like, looking off to the side. Like when she ran up, they should have had her hug him around the neck. They should have had it more tender. They should have, when the wife came up, they should have danced, I felt like. That would have made it more intimate, more like they knew each other.
Yeah, this time watching it, I do have a thought on that. Because I know you had brought that up, and I thought, well, maybe that's true. Why are they so, like, hesitant? But now I kind of have a thought, maybe what they're trying to portray.
I have 2 thoughts on it, too. But, Mandy, did you have any thoughts?
Well, I like the video. What I don't understand is it that he's lost this and he's remembering? Is that what the video is about?
It really makes you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like up to interpretation how you want to interpret it.
Well, because he's going to this place, then he's remembering, and then it's like he's back into where he began with no one with him.
Mm-hmm. So I think, and this is the first impression I got. You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like this video very much. I do like I think his singing as well. And I like it. I like how he does the song.
Mm-hmm.
So that isn't a problem. I just feel that Cliff is uncomfortable. He walks around too fast, and there's not a lot of emotion shown anywhere. To me, the wife will come up and go,
Yeah,
but
I
I don't get it from the daughter or her. Now, maybe that was done so he knows there's a separation.
It could have been intentional.
I don't know, but he's not, I don't know, there's not the feeling coming from him.
So for me, when I'm watching it, I feel like he's trying to, it's like watching somebody act with somebody that can't act.
Right.
So I feel like it was a poor acting job on the wife and daughter's perspective. Because unless they were trying to portray that she was distant and hurt, or that it was like from the past and she knew he was leaving, so she was kind of withdrawn. But that doesn't explain the daughter, because the daughter wouldn't understand that.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have got a little girl that was more comfortable with him. And the wife should have, if he was remembering the love and everything, should have been way more comfortable and interactive and excited to see him.
It was all sadness. So that's or something.
With
Almost some parts, it almost like she was upset.
So I got irritated.
Yeah, and the doll, giving the doll to him. There's something there. I just think it leads to the confusion. Was this him or was this them? But he was saying that Daddy's home, so I'm assuming that he left and came back.
He left and came back, and then it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
And he wasn't alive to it. I don't.
Alive to it?
Yeah, was he actually dead?
Were they dead?
Are they dead, or were they just gone? But then she gave him the doll. Maybe she gave him the doll before he left, and
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
what it's
always
supposed
read.
to be, I think.
well, who knows. And then, but Cliff, as I was watching him, He was. It didn't. I just didn't get him have any feeling in it. He was walking here and there and everywhere, trying to sing the song, but not. Then he had to be over here. Then he had to be over there. I think he could have. I'm not saying he can't act. I'm just saying that there should have been more direction.
See, to me, I wouldn't put that on Cliff from watching it. I get it more from, like, Cliff's trying so hard to put out a reaction and put feeling into it, and nobody's reacting properly off of it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So he's walking around, trying to, even when he's trying to be intimate with her, he's singing into her neck. But
She looks cringed to me.
Yeah,
Well,
like distant.
I don't know if it's cringed. I do think. See, that's where I feel like he's dead or something.
Yeah.
Because they're not together, really.
Non-responsive.
Yeah.
And I will make a note. I'm sorry to whoever these people are, but backup singers, you are absolute cringe.
I didn't notice that as much.
No.
I mean, they were very, like, their makeup and stuff was very
80s.
80s.
I don't know. That the backup singers did cringe me, and I'm not trying to hate on it, but it does have a very different. And yeah, I'm gonna bring up a comparison. It gives such a different vibe than Jermaine Jackson's. Sorry, but I'm not saying one's better than the other. It just gives off a totally different. I don't understand what is wrong with this video, but it's definitely sad. There's only sadness in this
You
video.
even hear that if you're just listening to Cliff's version of the song. There's definitely more of a sadness than, like you brought up Jermaine Jackson's. Not that one's better than the other, but they're two different emotions. Jermaine's is more hopeful.
Yeah,
and he's actually
he's
excited
going
to be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jermaine's actually reminds me a lot of like a somebody from the service coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, when I was thinking about it more, it's almost like everybody was acting like they had taken way too many takes of it, and they were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yep.
this is the 350th time we've done this.
And they used that one.
Yeah.
That's
do
what
you
it felt
think?
like.
What do you
Alright,
think?
let's hear from the gal that picked it.
The
Zena.
lover of this video, I want to hear your perspective.
And this is right off the first time I watched it.
Okay.
Okay. How Cliff is dressed and looks. Obviously, he's supposed to be somebody who's a little bit rough, in a sense, or has been through something. He's got a vest on. He's got scruff. It's very attractive. But aside from that, he walks in, and this place is disheveled.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been years since he's been here. So what I get is he is coming home. He's looking around like, okay, I'm too late, basically. What I get from the video is that he left not on the best terms from his wife and child. I get maybe he was in prison for a while. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Whether he's falsely accused or what, or maybe he did something, or maybe, because it can't really be military or anything like that. The way
Not the
he's
way they did the
dressed,
video. Yeah.
either he's just a bum who took off and said I'd be back and she didn't believe him, or he was in prison for a while and he said he'd be back.
That's what it is about Cliff's. He's not. If you're portraying that he was a bum and he wasn't around, and she was more sad or whatever or resistant, he was just like, I'm here.
Expecting it to be okay.
Okay, here's my
Suspect-
perspective though. I don't think they're really there. I think they're his memory.
Well, I know, but it doesn't seem like if he ran out on him, it doesn't seem like he's repentant in the song. You could be that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, if you're saying that he was a bum or whatever and left him,
But he said he'd be back, obviously.
Yeah, but he was a little too cheery or something. I don't know what it is, for that scenario to happen. It was just a confusing.
Yeah.
I go with that. Yeah, this is a 300th take, and I'm tired of it. I got that a little bit from Cliff.
Yeah, I actually got it more from the wife and daughter, because I feel like she should have had. I felt like she had no emotion. She should have had more emotion. Like, she came in kind of leery, and then he could have a repentant look on his face. Hold out his arms. She stops a little bit, and then she kind of.
Well, I think the video could have been really
Had
good.
potential.
Yeah.
You know, because I like him singing it.
Yes.
It's filmed
And
well.
yes, he's very attractive in it.
It's filmed well, and the coloring is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
I
just
don't know.
didn't-
The first time I watched it and they disappeared, and it was like what he had lost and given up and wanted to have back. And then when he pulls the doll out and that's all he has, it just really impacted me.
I know, but even him pulling the doll out, it was like, oh, yeah. It did. He didn't linger over it, or you didn't see any sadness on his, or I don't know. I don't know. The music, the video just confuses me.
You know, and
I must be looking through rose-colored glasses because I'm a Cliff fan. I don't know.
not
No,
necessarily.
it had nothing to do with Cliff. Actually,
Yeah.
it's the video itself. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, his song was good. That's what, frankly, kept me watching it.
was his deliverance of it in the,
With
in the music side
him,
of it.
his singing of it.
Yep, yep.
But the interacting with the people was like, maybe this was supposed to be like they're not really there, and it is his memory. I don't know.
It's
Or
like
what he imagined it would be like.
That's what I get from it. I get that when he hits the jukebox, everything comes up like it was when he left, and he's picturing in his mind how he expected them to be there. And I almost think I know there probably isn't this much into it. It's probably a 300th take. But what I got from a perspective is that they're a little bit cautious of him because I don't trust you left in the first place, but he knows he loves them. So it's kind of like, in the end, all he's left with is the memory or the evidence of what he had.
Well, I will
They didn't
say
stick around.
This is the video that we've had the most discussion on, so it obviously did something.
Yeah.
You know, it does make you think about it. And one thing about an artsy video like this is everybody views it differently and receives it differently.
Yeah. And I will say, the background singers were a little weird. They didn't bother me. But I liked the background singing part. They did a really good job.
See, because it's almost like
The
the
arrangement
people
of
in
music
the
is fine.
arcade couldn't see him either.
Yeah, I guess.
Didn't really notice he was there.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's a confusing one.
All right, let's go
and
around
you can
again.
love it if
Yeah.
you
Yes.
want.
Stand
I
your
know.
ground.
Stand your ground, right?
Keep on trucking.
Alrighty, I think Elsie's up again. What is your next choice?
My next one would be We Are the World.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, I really like this music video and all the extra footage that goes with it because I love to analyze the different singers. That is one of the biggest things about this music video, why I love it.
And watching this music video, at least for me, you go through so many emotions because there's singers I love and singers I could do without in it. So
You know something about this though? I was listening to Bruce Springsteen. Okay.
Okay.
She wasn't naming names, man.
Well, at the end, I could kind of hear where he wasn't doing his gravelly voice a little bit.
I have to disagree.
not seeing it, but that's okay.
And it was like, if he didn't do that, he might have a decent voice.
Some people like his music, okay, but I honestly think it was a bad choice in giving him that much to sing in it. I feel like
Yeah.
you could have showcased other artists more in it than Bruce Springsteen. I mean, I'm not a Bob Dylan fan, but did you see how much they gave him as in comparison to Springsteen? And
Right.
he's just as, big of
Well,
a draw.
At that time, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why, actually, because we watched most the studio footage and stuff, which the music video is all studio footage, is what it is, which is cool. But Quincy called in Bob Dylan because it was for a cause, and that's what Bob Dylan built his career on, was writing songs, for an artistic purpose for the greater good, or, I don't always get all his music, but some people like him, so great. But he thought that he would enjoy being a part of this.
I think Harry Belafonte should have had more.
I think so too.
And,
Especially since he actually was in charge of arranging for the choir.
I think that's why he didn't put himself in it.
Probably. He probably didn't put himself in it.
and Kenny, and there was others that
Loggins or Rogers?
well, both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kenny Loggins could have done more.
Mm-hmm.
There was there was a woman there I thought should have been showcased too.
Dion?
Well, she was.
Dion
She
Warwick?
was
She had a pretty
a
good...
little bit.
Yeah, I have a note on that one too.
Can't remember who it was now.
I know there's so many people in this.
I know, it's
so
hard
many
to think of.
singers.
And even when you get to the choir part of it, Bette Midler is in there. The Pointer Sisters, I believe, are... I'm trying to think of who else isn't like in the solo area.
Well,
that is in
Tito, Marlon, Randy, and Latoya.
there. Yeah.
Jackie,
Jackson. Oh, is Jackie there too?
Jackie's
Yeah.
like on the end. He doesn't get much
Okay.
screen time.
Smokey Robinson.
Yep.
See, he should have been showcased.
Jeffrey Osborne
He was just in the choir.
and a lot of
John
course, the
Oates.
news for Huey Lewis.
Especially, I could have heard instead of Springsteen in the end when they were doing the fade out with Stevie. I mean, Stevie just sings. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody who can sing
I
so
love listening to
freely
him.
and so fun and beautifully. You know, to be bouncing off of the gravel wasn't right. I almost feel like maybe Smokey Robinson could have bounced off of that vocal.
Yeah,
better.
see,
The reason they put Springsteen in is because it sounds like he's super sincere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I guess
the
so,
other
yeah.
dynamic of it, I believe that they wanted to put across is if you do Smokey and Stevie
And Ray
and Ray
and James.
and James,
They wanted diversity.
right.
Mhm.
So, it didn't
So
look- yeah.
I think that's why they picked Springsteen. The
And
other
you're
thing is maybe
right.
Smokey wasn't comfortable doing it. Now they had it preset who was going to sing what, but nobody even knew the song until they showed up to the studio that night.
except Michael.
Well, Michael and Lionel that wrote it, of course, and Quincy had heard it. And
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lewis because he was in the studio when they were doing the demo, right?
And you don't know who said, no, I have enough. You don't know
Yeah.
about that either.
Oh, no, I do.
Oh,
it
you
was
do?
all assigned. There was
Oh.
no questioning who was singing what. They already
I
had
see.
it pre-planned because there's more story to this. But Quincy, when they decided to do it, because Lionel and Michael wrote this, and Quincy's like, yeah, we'll do it for the cause to, send money to Africa. He did not want press. So he's like, nobody's going to know when we're doing it really until it's like the day of or the day before. And nobody's going to know what studio we're doing at. So what ended up happening is after, I think it was the American Music Awards.
I think so, of 1985.
Yeah. They sent limousines and they picked up all the people and brought them to this studio. And the only cameras that were there were the ones to film the actual video and everything. They went in, they learned the song there and divvied out the parts. They arrived at 9 o'clock, was it?
I think
Because
so.
Michael was there early. He missed the American Music Awards. He was there from like 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Recording his parts. And then from 9 o'clock that night to 8:30 a.m. the next morning, they were recording that, and they got all of it done.
And all the choir was first, so they could go home early.
Yeah, they can go home early or stick around and watch stuff.
But with the Springsteen thing, that was actually supposed to be Diana Ross.
With Stevie
In the
Wonder.
end.
Yes.
I can see why they didn't do that, though. It didn't mesh well. We heard it.
Yeah.
I did think the Springsteen. I have a hard time watching him sing.
That
Yeah.
was mine. I
That's
think
that's
that's the
it.
problem.
I think
Yep.
it's going to bust something, juggler or something.
Yes.
But it really did add a good contrast.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I
Did.
can
Yeah.
see that.
And you noticed when he was soloing, when he first did the chorus, he was a lot louder than when he was doing it with Stevie. They quieted him down so it blended better.
The only note I have on Springsteen is I feel like they gave him too much. Like if they were going to use him in the end, they should have had somebody else do that big part in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
just for
Ray
more variety.
Charles only gets the end.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Joel only gets 5 words solo.
Yeah, they could have Billy Joel
Mm-hmm.
Or Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers could have done
Yeah, they
that.
could have had more Kenny Rogers.
Steve Perry.
there. Okay,
Actually
Kenny
couldn't-
Rogers fan over there.
He actually could have done the end, probably.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
he
quite
could
as
have
much.
done it. Yeah.
angst does Springsteen.
That's the one thing you did add angst.
Yep. it did
Overall, I like the video just because from an entertainer point of view, you can kind of see the interaction and the way people are, not only the different ways they're singing, but kind of the behind the scenes
And
facial
there's-
expressions.
what would you say, hours of behind the
Probably
scenes
hours,
studio
yeah.
footage that we've watched. People might not care to watch it if they're not an entertainer, but as an entertainer, it's super fun to watch.
They're coming out with a documentary of more footage too.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know when yet.
Is it on Netflix or?
It might be on Netflix.
Amazon?
Kenny Loggins and Lionel Richie post about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting. To
I
see.
wanted to say something about Willie Nelson. Actually, I have two notes, but the first one is I don't hate how Dion and his voices blend.
No, that was surprising.
I kind of like that. And the other thing is the lyrics.
Really bothered
This is the one line of the song that bothers me. Willie says, "As God has shown us by changing stones to bread." And nowhere in the Bible did God change stones to bread.
It's talked about in the temptation
Yes.
of Jesus.
But
The
he
devil
didn't.
tempts him
Not
with
that he couldn't. Of course, he's God.
Right.
But he didn't show us by changing stones to bread.
But come on, if anybody could get away with that line, it was proper to assign it to Willie
Willie
Nelson.
I think the only other person possibly could have been Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he might have been. I
Yeah.
think it had a better effect with Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Another thing I like to watch is the Jackson siblings interaction.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
kind of
really
fun.
watch them, they're
It's quick, but you can definitely tell they're all siblings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a little tiny shout out. I don't really like his other music, but I think Steve Perry actually did a really good job in this one.
I felt like the layout of the voices was pretty good. Like going from Kenny Loggins to him to Daryl Hall
Yeah.
was a really great transition there. Yeah. Anyway, that's more on the song. The video's great. It's all the studio footage, but I love seeing all the different artists together. We could probably do a whole video analyzing just all that went into that. But all right, Mandy, you're up. What is the next one for you?
Let me think, because I have 3 more, and I'm trying to choose which one I want to do next because I love them all.
First one pops in your head.
All right, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Okay, so I absolutely love the song no matter what.
We know.
Watching this video, he delivers it so well.
I will say Kenny Rogers is very natural.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is one of the greatest song storytellers. Like, just from listening to him, you're immediately where he's talking about, even without watching the video.
That is true.
I did kind of like how the way they set it up, it looked like he was singing it to you after the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
The game's
kinda
been played.
Different.
I know. I
Yeah.
was kind of disappointed a little bit
Mm.
because I thought that I'd watched the music video, but I think because he sings it so well, I have this picture in my head
Yeah.
of him on the train with the guy, bumming the cigarette, asking for a light.
Yep.
They needed to do that.
Okay, just a second.
And
Isn't
then flashing to back.
Yeah, they could have had him at the table after.
flashbacks.
And
Yeah.
then you could have had him flashback and the guy's, not there.
Mm-hmm.
but isn't this in the movie?
I don't think
The
it
train
does.
one?
No.
Train scene
okay.
in the movie of The Gambler?
Yes,
No.
kind of. They
Mhm.
imply it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't think he ends up dying in the last movie, though.
No, it's like in the Gambler movies,
Mhm.
Kenny isn't so much the guy who said it, but he's still the guy talking in the song who has this information.
Who's now passing it on to the
Oh,
younger
okay.
guy that he's mentoring.
Bruce
I just
Boxleitner.
I just thought that the video lacked the song's so good that they should have had. It was a little boring to me.
Right.
It was
could see that.
probably low budget.
Yeah,
That's what
Like,
I
they didn't
thought.
have a lot of locations and stuff.
right.
I will say from the beginning, it did put you in that Western feel. For what looked to be low budget, I feel like they did an okay job.
The only thing I noticed that I really liked about it, and they could have used this in what you're talking with the flashing back, but in that scene when he's sitting there with nobody at the table but the game set,
Mm-hmm.
the music, they soloed out that echo.
That was kind of cool.
They made it even more echoey and ghosty, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like there's people there that we can't see, but he can,
Yeah, the
in
ghost
that.
echo effect was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard. I think Kenny did the best with what he had
Right.
Yeah.
for what they put him in. You know,
Right.
he's sitting there telling you, and for being low budget, it's like
The one part
It's what
that
you
I
can
did
do.
like of Kenny was when he says, "Know what to throw away," and he took the chip and threw it over his back, and then know what to keep, and he picked up a stack of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he did a good job for what he had to work with.
But yeah, I agree that they should have just somehow spent extra money and had, because I've always had in my head that picture of the gambler on the train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should
They
have
didn't
actually
even-
showed it and acted it
Yeah,
out.
they didn't even have to really show the gambler's face.
No,
Mm-mm.
that'd have been cool, just having like a hat over his, yeah.
Well, I'm up next, and I think we each have time to do this one more, and then we'll have to make it part 2 to this, because I know that we
will.
definitely have, I think we picked 5 videos each and then some. So we'll definitely be getting more music video analysis. But this one I want to make sure I get in because it is one of my all-time favorite music videos, and it is Somewhere Out There by Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram. So this is actually the first time that I heard James Ingram was through this song. And it was a while before I actually started looking at his other music, but I always loved the way that he sang with Linda Ronstadt. Like, their voices blend so well together. But when I first saw the video, I'm like, this is like one of the coolest things ever, how they mixed it with the movie American Tail.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when I was looking more into it, that was Steven Spielberg's idea.
Oh.
So the person who was signed on to write music for American Tail was James Horner. But for this particular song, Steven Spielberg wanted it to be able to be a pop hit. So he contacted Cynthia Weil and Barry Mann and said, hey, I want you to help James Horner on this song. So they wrote Somewhere Out There. And then after the movie was a success, they made the music video, and it charted really well. It did really well for James Ingram and Linda Ronstadt. In fact, it won 2 Grammys. One was Song of the Year, and one was Best Written Song for a Motion Picture. So I love it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, those awards were well deserved because Papa needed tissue in the theater, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now they didn't sing it in the
Did they
did
sing
for
it in the
end
credits?
credits.
end
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like their voices together. And but aside from that, we're supposed to judge the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it kept me entranced, if you will. I
Yeah.
like the way especially in the end when they come together. It wasn't overdone,
No.
but it kept me interested. And I love watching both of them sing.
Yes.
Because especially Linda,
I was thinking the same thing.
it's the way you think, is she going to hit it? And she does without much effort. It doesn't.
No,
It seems
right.
like to me. But
Yeah, when she switched registers from pale beneath the pale moonlight,
yeah,
it was so smooth.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I love the movie, but I think she hit that better than Feifel did.
Just a little bit.
Moonlight. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
but that was sweet. Yeah.
No, this video was great, and I loved the way they did tie the movie into it.
Yeah, I like that
Like
too.
they were almost the people
They were the
creating the
animators.
cartoon,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the idea.
and how
behind
it brought them together.
Yeah, I liked that she was doing Feifel, he was
I was
doing
gonna
the
say that.
sister.
Yeah.
I loved in the instrumental when it went into the movie, and it went to like the scariest part of the movie, one of the scariest parts of the movie with the waves and that. When he says "Papa," that was like at the right time. And the other thing is when they made the mice sing
Yes,
what
I noticed
James
that.
and Linda were
Yes.
singing.
Perfectly
It was
synced.
totally
Uh-huh.
in sync. It looked
Yeah.
like they were singing that.
With the singing, it was not all the videos we've watched. It's people singing, and there is a video attached.
Right.
In this, the singing and the video were one.
Yes.
To me.
That is
Yes.
true.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, and like we talked about before, it was Spielberg's idea. He didn't produce it. Let's see, I have the producer. The producer was Jeffrey Abelson, but it was his idea, and I think the fact that he had his hand in it probably contributed a lot to that.
Excellent video. Great pick.
All right, Shelly, you're up.
Okay. I promise that I do like more music videos than just Michael Jackson. I promise I do. Okay.
But we will say last week we did a full episode, artist appreciation on Michael Jackson. We didn't even get through all the songs that we had on our list.
Yeah.
So maybe a part 2 in the future.
So probably for the part 2 on this one, I will choose the other one because it was hard for me to pick between the two because we only have time for one more. So I think I'm going to go with the Michael Jackson one, and it's one of my favorite music videos of his, Beat It. So this is another one of his music videos that I never get tired of watching. I could watch it over and over again, and I have. I like, we discussed this a little bit earlier, I like how you don't know where it's going at first. Like some music videos don't have the singer in it.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out, and you don't quite know if he's going to be in it or not. One thing I do really like in the beginning and on the first like guitar strum and then the beat starts, they all flip their knives out to the beat
In like a wave motion.
which
That
is really
one?
cool.
Yeah.
I just pretty much like the whole thing.
Well, the choreography in it is
the
fantastic.
dance scene.
Amazing.
After watching the music video video actually makes the song make more sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like when you hear it on the radio and that, I think if I hadn't been told it was about gangs, I probably would have been a little confused. But with the video, it makes it perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you have that in your mind. You know, we've talked about how a music video can confuse the song. A music video can also solidify the song.
Yeah.
Some songs are almost made to have that
Yeah.
setup.
So, Michael going down there and saying, "Stop it."
Made everybody dance instead of
The
fight.
key to
Yeah.
ending gang violence
Was to sing "Beat It."
is getting Michael Jackson down there to get them dancing.
That's what I was wondering.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of true, right, Shelley? You read it in his book?
Yep. He was a little worried because they were real gang members.
They hired real gang
from the
members.
Bloods.
Was it the Crips and the Bloods?
Yeah. And I don't think all of them. The main,
The guy with the sunglasses definitely was.
yeah.
The one with the white jacket.
And
that-
he was a little worried about them, nervous that how they were going to be. But, they just fed them and
paid
treated them
for
right, paid them, and they were real sweethearts.
Yeah, he said they were real softies.
yeah.
No,
And didn't some of them like leave the gang after that because they were making enough money off of royalties or something?
I don't know that for a fact.
Mm.
And obviously, not all of them are gang members.
Right.
But I know
Some
a
are
couple of them
dancers.
are. And there's pictures of Michael backstage. You could tell he was a little bit worried.
The thing I love about the music video is it's one of those when you first watch it, it makes you feel cool and all this. But
feeling cool over
honestly,
there?
what it's really about is a guy who can't get to sleep because the gangs are being noisy outside his window and he's sick and tired of it.
So crabby, he goes and does something about
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
been there. It hasn't been gangs, but in hotel rooms,
We definitely had seen her
those
do
basketball
that thing.
teams
Yep, yep.
on the upper floor.
Yep.
I'll throw my slippers at the roof.
Honestly, when he's in the bedroom and going out, those expressions are grumpy Shelley.
Somebody's keeping me awake, Shelley.
I like the way that was portrayed, not only for the sense of actual gangs, but silly arguments, silly fighting. He
Yeah, it
just
applies
is
to
fed
that
up
too.
with it. He's like, everybody just get along.
Yep.
So I think
Is
that's
it really
great.
worth it?
Uh-huh.
Let's just dance.
it's a catchy video, and I like it. So,
And I love the jacket.
And it's one video that some fans do overanalyze. I have different articles and stuff come through my feed because Shelley's such a fan, Sometimes she uses my phone to look stuff up. But a few things that people notice that are mistakes, quote unquote, in the video is the pool tables aren't real pool tables. They don't have pockets. They're totally staged. The other thing that I learned the other day
Do I
that
know this?
apparently fans talk about is his shirt, like his pajama shirt with the keyboard on it.
Oh, yeah.
There's something wrong with the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Like the black notes aren't where they are on a piano. They're
No.
like totally randomized.
There's-
And people are like, was this on purpose or was it just a mistake?
Oh,
And
people.
you know, it was like a string of conversation on Reddit, and somebody's like, it's probably just a graphic tee from the '80s that they really didn't care that it was accurate to a piano. Okay,
I think he probably ordered it off Temu. It's a pajama shirt.
they do sell that shirt on
They do.
Temu.
They do.
Yeah, it's like 3 spaced out keys, 3 together keys, when a piano is 2 spaced out, 3 together.
Yeah, and there's like one single one here,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
but anyway, it is a great video.
Okay, my turn.
Linda's up.
For the ending one, I should
Yep.
say. Um,
Until next time.
yes, it's a Reba one again. It's Because of You with Kelly Clarkson.
Reba and Kelly Clarkson, because of you.
This video, I think, was really well done because it threw me, actually. The whole video, I thought it was about him. And at the end, it's about her.
Right. You think that they're both maybe in love with him or something, right?
Oh.
Or something
Beginning.
that he is the problem. And that's he is the one that's saying that she's saying because of you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, it's not. It's Kelly Clarkson that she's learned from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
you
she-
think that Reba's
Oh, I
singing
see,
it
yeah.
in first person, that it's something that happened to her.
Or even because of his actions towards her. It's really not about how ratty this guy is treating her. It's about
Right.
the fact that she will not stand up to him and will continue.
Even though he's messing with other women in front of her. and-
Abusive.
Abusive, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I had kind of a different perspective on it. To me, it was almost like a mother-daughter relationship with Reba and Kelly.
Well, it could have been.
Well, yeah.
Or sisters, but it's the same thing.
Well, at the end, Reba at first looks at Kelly and says, because of you. Then, especially in the mother sense, she looks at herself and says, because of you, in the mirror.
Mm.
Reba at the end said, because of you. and
yeah,
looked in
but
the
I
mirror.
noticed that because then the body language of turning her head and kind of rubbing the back of her neck gives a I don't know what to do kind of
Right.
thing about it.
Or a
I-
shame.
No, I don't get that at all. I get that it no different than if you go through something and I see somebody hurt you, it's gonna make me be leery of people,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it's gonna make me if you were like committed to, not that you would, but like in that situation where you're in an abusive relationship, and you won't stand up and do something about it, that's gonna be like, okay, would I do that? So it makes you stay away from everybody because you don't want to be in that position. And it's hard to watch somebody that you care about put themselves through that.
Yeah. I think the words themselves are written well,
Yes.
you know, to go along with the video. Because it's not a topic that usually gets dealt with.
No,
It's not from that perspective of someone feeling the pain for someone else, but also being angry at that person. Reba is angry at Kelly Clarkson, in a sense. You can see the fluctuation of emotions
Well,
there.
and you can see when Kelly Clarkson turns around at Reba, she has almost a defiance at her that she's going to go with him no matter what. And to watch that, you know, it would scare you,
Yeah.
you know, to trust anybody.
And will you lose yourself?
And it puts Reba in a position of there's nothing she can do, you know.
Yeah.
Now, what about this? As I saw the mother-daughter, because Kelly looks at her on stage and sings it at her. It's almost like Reba left that situation when Kelly was a little girl, and she's saying, I'm not going to give
I
up.
think you're reading way too much into it. The
I can,
reason
I
can
can
see.
understand what you're saying, but I'm not.
I know. I think that's mainly because of the...
You're making it sound like, and it could be that Reba is feeling guilty because of her past and putting it on to now her daughter is, if you're going to go that route, is now doing the very same thing. And she's saying, because of you, I'm doing this, and that's too messy for me on this.
I feel like the reason that Kelly turned and looked at Reba was because he was flirting with the other
Yeah.
girl. It was for support and for like, yep, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because she's always dragging Reba back into it, but not accepting any help.
If you ever had a friend, which I've had, that no matter what, they go right back into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even though they're wanting, it's like they're wanting you to be on their side, but yet they won't do anything about it.
Right.
Right, and it puts you in a position of they set you up to be the bad guy
Yeah.
for saying anything or doing anything.
When it's convenient.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The only critique that I did have on the actual video, I love that they set it in a different time and that whole aesthetic of it. I did feel like it was a little too soft definition. It was almost hard to tell that she had a bruise on her eye when she was sitting there in front of the makeup mirror.
Oh, yeah.
It should have been a little bit higher definition, I feel. Like not quite so beautified, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They put it's like they put the beautify filter on.
Just sharpen it up a bit.
Right.
So we can see the expressions and everything in it more. Yeah. But yeah, and I don't usually like, more modern songs, even in country, but this one was really good.
It's
The video was
powerful.
really good, and the words are
I
powerful.
don't know who wrote it, but yeah, it's really good. All right, last but not least, Xena is up with her last one for the night.
Yep, and I am going to go with When You Walk in the Room, Pam Tillis.
All right.
I just think that this is a really fun music video, and it was kind of a surprise when I first, because the song, I didn't do my research. I forget which group originally did it, but it was in the 1960s. It wasn't a country song, and Pam Tillis redid it, but kept it in a 1960s feel for the music video. So I just thought that this one is fun that they're portraying, the girls at the slumber party, watching it on TV. And she still does it in her country style, but it keeps the flavor of when the song originally came from.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool how they started out with Dick Clark talking. I thought that was really neat, and how he referenced her other songs like "Shake the Sugar." What was the other one?
Spilled perfume.
Yep.
Don't
Horses-
tell me what to do.
Yeah, let the
let the
horses
pony run. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cute video. I enjoyed it. Simple, but kept involved.
Right.
Okay, maybe this is me. I didn't feel like I felt the energy of the crowd was too much for how slow the song was.
I don't think so, because it brought you back to, if you ever watched any American Bandstand, it brought you back to the crowd there.
Yeah.
You know, it really felt American Bandstand.
It wasn't so much, it's almost like the song and the video are two separate things.
Yeah.
They're representing something, and then she's just singing the song her own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're representing where the song originally came from.
Yeah, which it's a nice tribute.
They were just getting excited because it was Pam Tillis. Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
And I like the color in it.
I like the song.
Yeah, me too. Lots of artists have actually covered this song. Well, this has been a really fun episode. I hope that everybody has enjoyed it. Thank you for bringing great music videos to review and see everybody's perspective on them. And we want to hear from you, so please follow up on our social media and here on the podcast, wherever you're listening from. Please comment what one of your favorite music videos is, maybe one that we talked about today, and why
your thoughts, your feedback.
Yep, why you like it or dislike it, and then we probably will do a part 2 eventually of this type of episode, because there's lots of music videos to go through. And if you have one you'd like us to add to our review, then please let us know.
And if you're enjoying these podcasts, please subscribe on whichever outlet you're using to listen, because we'd love you to never miss an episode, because we always do something a little bit different. If you missed last week's episode, it was an artist appreciation on Michael Jackson,
It was the best one yet.
according to Shelley. But we'd love for you to listen to those episodes, and next week we should be having our Hot 10 playlists already, so find out what our Hot 10 for this month is.
Yep, looking forward to that. And again, thank you always for tuning in to the Sister Love Squadcast. And until next week, we will sign off. Bye.